All right, you guys, we are here officially. My very, very first podcast episode with CICIUnleashed. Welcome. It is the holiday season. We've got Christmas Eve tomorrow. I'm sure everyone's looking forward to all the food. I know I am. All the gifts, all the fun shit, and all the movies, all the football. I know I am. So let's get into it. Today, I have my very first guest, my very good friend, Miss Jenn Harley. Everybody?
Hi, guys. I'm a lot of varies over here. Very first, very good friend, very
Fabulous.
I love it. So happy to be here. So excited for you.
Thank you.
Episode number 1. Yay.
Let's get it. So, Jenn.
Yeah. Oh, God. It was so dramatic. Right away.
Are you
dramatic.
ready?
Jenn. It's like what? Like, oh, God.
Jenn, so while this is CICIUnleashed, our first episode, this is your first time ever sitting down with anybody ever to do an interview, a tell-all, just a get-to-know me. Mm-hmm. You are finally sitting down with, of all people, with me, with CICI.
Of course, with you.
So why me? Why are you sitting down with CICI for the first time ever to talk about yourself and let everybody get to know you through here?
I've actually turned down so many podcasts in the last 7 years. You'd be super surprised, but I've never been interested in telling all or anything like that. But of course, like, you're my good friend, my hairstylist. I tell you all anyway. It's like a therapeutic session when I'm like getting my hair done. I'm like crying and shit. I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, what just happened? You're like, let it out, boo.
Get it out. Let it out. This is where we do it.
Like, chop. Let it out. So, I mean, of course I'm coming on your podcast. So, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Feels natural.
Yeah. And you were the first person to come to mind for my very first episode because obviously we've become very good friends and our friendship has just grown and grown through the years. Yeah. And we have a very funny trajectory of our friendship thus far, how we met and how we continue to stay friends. And today, I actually spent the entire day doing Jenn's hair. So I am, like she said, also her stylist.
Yes.
So that's kind of, like she said, how we got closer and closer and how I got to get to know the real Jenn. And I feel like she has been very misunderstood. There's been no real opportunity for you to share your story of who you are. Mm-hmm. I know that there have been little blips on reality TV shows that you've done.
Yeah.
So for all of you that don't know, Jenn Harley was on the Jersey Shore, and we will dive into all of that, but that might be where you have seen Jenn before. You might recognize her. And for all of you that don't, we're going to get into it, and we're going to get to know Jenn. There you go. So let's get right into it, Miss Jenn.
Go.
So tell everybody where you were originally from. I'm going to do that again. So Jenn, I want you to shock the world because I feel like many people are going to be very surprised, as I was. Please tell us where you are originally from.
It's so funny because every time I say it, everybody always says, so I'm from Oklahoma. But the way everybody always responds to it, can you please respond? The way you did.
And what?
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Fucking
Homa.
Literally, I swear to God, I could take a microphone and go ask 7 people on the street, I'm from Oklahoma. Oklahoma, like the way they say it,
like they are shocked and appalled.
You know, like you like the thing under your chin. It's like literally hits every single one every time when I say Oklahoma. It's like I can predict it every single time
because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense if you think about it. First of all, does she look like she is from Oklahoma? No.
I mean, maybe a little bit. I mean, maybe before I saw you today. Girl, I was from Oklahoma.
Stop.
12 hours ago, I came rolling in with my trailer trash hair for sure.
I mean, So
Literally.
now
My mouth is like, what's his name? Tiger King? Like, literally. I think he's from Oklahoma, too, right?
Is he?
I think so. I think we're in the hood. Same hood. I don't know.
Really?
I think so.
We'll have to
I
look
can check that for you.
Fact check. I think Tiger King is Oklahoma also.
Benny, our producer, shout out to Benny.
Hey, Benny.
How you doing? There he is.
Benny and Jenny.
What's up,
Hey,
ladies?
we did. I also came in here and I
Kansas City is where I'm from.
Kansas
Oh,
City.
KC.
Kansas City.
KC.
Close,
Mo.
though.
Oh.
Super So I actually did. I came in here with some hair stuff.
She gave everybody a haircut.
And
real
so
quick.
we're gonna give Benny a haircut. Maybe we do it on the
Bruce is
podcast.
Bruce.
Maybe.
Oh, that'd be pretty fun.
Right?
Do it on the podcast?
Yeah,
So
literally.
we're gonna style Benny a little bit. He had his hair kind of in front of his face a little. I was like, why don't we try this? Because he's been debating on what he should do. And he's like, CICI, can you help me? I was like, I got you. He's like, I want to do something different. So we're gonna hook Benny up with a new style. New year, new Benny, new vibes, new style. Right?
So I have to tell.
I'm so for it. Love it.
I
I'm down.
love it too. I think your style is gonna look fucking phenomenal.
It's gonna look good.
Hey, that'll be a good little segment. I think
Right?
people will love that.
I
I
agree.
think so too. So, Miss Jenn, from Oklahoma, and then
So, born and raised Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa. Okay.
I graduated high school, married my high school sweetheart. We actually moved to Las Vegas together because he was in the military. We moved to Las Vegas together. Right away, I got pregnant.
How soon?
I think a year after I moved to Las Vegas.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was super young. I think I was 19.
Okay.
Yeah, we were super young. Both of
Yeah.
us are from Oklahoma.
How old is
Went
he?
to high school together. He's older than me, but
Okay. Sure.
shit, I don't even know how old he is, but he was older than me.
Okay.
We graduated high school. He graduated before me.
Okay.
He was military.
Yeah.
Moved to Las Vegas, and I was like, I'm fucking going to Las Vegas. Are you kidding?
Viva
I was
Las Vegas,
I followed
baby.
his ass to Vegas real quick.
With a smile.
We we did the whole. We got pregnant. We did the whole getting pregnant thing on accident. Total Oklahoma shit to do. Yeah.
You could take the girl out of Oklahoma, but you can't take the Oklahoma out of the girl. I see you. Okay.
I know. It was bizarre.
That's
but
so funny. Okay, so got pregnant
totally got pregnant right away in Vegas.
with your firstborn.
Yes.
And how old is
Mason. His name's Mason. He's actually 18.
Can you believe that
I
she has a
know.
whole
His
ass
face, I
18-year-old?
can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Literally. Can you believe she has a whole ass 18-year-old?
I know.
Literally. Wild. I know.
I know.
What are they feeding you out in Oklahoma?
Right? Cornbread.
You still gotta make me your white trash dinner.
Oh, I told
my
you about
father
that.
night. Yeah.
I forgot I
Yep.
told you about
You
that.
gotta make
I'll
us.
make it tonight.
You gotta cook it up. So,
Literally.
all right. So,
Yeah.
you're in Vegas. He's in the military.
In
so
Vegas,
while he's in the military, what were you doing?
Girl, I was home. I was at
Raising-
home. I was bored. He was 21 at the time. I think I was 18 or 19. I was super young. I was
Yeah.
my kid's age.
Right.
You know, it was
Yeah.
it's bizarre to think about. So he's out partying, doing whatever the fuck he wants, and I'm home. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, fuck him. I'm leaving him, right? I'm in Vegas. I meet friends off the internet. I'm going out. Totally gonna leave his ass. And then found out I was pregnant. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, what now? Some Oklahoma shit, you know? I gotta keep the baby and get married, you know?
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
got married. And right after we got married, he got deployed. So he was military,
Yep.
gone for fucking ever. It was right during the war.
Yeah.
I think he was in Qatar, you know,
Yeah,
when all that
of course.
when all that crazy stuff
Yeah.
was going on. So I had the baby. He came back, and this is long story short. I had the baby while he was deployed.
Okay.
Came back. I was just not, I was disconnected from him. I had a whole baby by myself. I was raising
had no
this kid.
family in Vegas with
no
you?
family. I mean, my mom was flying out at the time. In a new place, and I was just I met somebody else in between, not on purpose, but I met somebody because he was gone the whole time.
Yeah.
And when he came back, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to make this work. And then he immediately volunteered to go back again, and I was like, all right, I'm out. I can't.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's rough.
this
It's not
is
easy,
crazy.
and I know a lot of people can relate to that. That's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So
Interesting. Wow. Okay.
yeah, so
And
that was with my first one.
And now you guys have a good relationship.
Oh, totally. I
Co-parenting?
mean, totally great co-parenting relationship. Not a lot of people have heard me talk about him,
Yeah.
like literally at all, or
Yeah.
even heard this story.
Yeah, I'm sure people don't even know
But
that.
yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I still talk to him to this day. Obviously, it's not like the greatest, but yeah, we're good.
But still, I mean, people always say, "Oh, you're stuck with them. You're stuck with the father or the mother
life,
of your
yeah.
kid until they're 18." It's you're stuck for life. It's
Oh, totally.
You're always gonna be in each other's lives for sure. Like I'm very familiar. I see my parents coming from both sides, and they have to come and be together for all of
I love
their
that.
grandkids and everything, and for us for all big events and everything.
Yeah,
So
I
and
love that. We
the
always
fact that
did
you guys
that.
can do that.
Oh, totally.
That's
Like
great.
we always did that.
Good.
Yeah. So
Okay, so now you
baby daddy number 1, check.
baby going down the list, running down the
Let's
list.
go down the list of baby daddies.
And that leads us into, so now you're in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm in
And-
Vegas. So do you want to get a rundown of all my relationships? Like, are we going there?
Well, I mean,
or
how-
just the baby daddies? What
Well,
are
no,
we doing?
I mean, whatever transitional, whatever was a pivotal moment that means something. I mean, everything has led you to this point.
Yeah.
However-
I gained a huge network in Vegas. Obviously, I was from Oklahoma. I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
I saw like one of the Red Bull cars going down the street. It's like a little Mini Cooper.
Yeah, I know. I've
And they
seen
have
them,
like the
for
Red
sure.
Bull can on
Yeah,
the back,
absolutely.
and they're driving down. I'm like, what are they doing? And then I like all my friends back home in Oklahoma. This is a funny story. They're like, what are you doing out in Vegas? Like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I work for Red Bull. And I totally didn't. And I was like making up this huge like lie. And I was like caught in it, right? And then like my friends came out and they're like, oh, you work for Red Bull. Are you going to work? I was like, yeah, I'm going to work. And then somebody I actually worked with at a tanning salon like overheard the story of me working at Red Bull, right?
Okay.
And so she was like, can you get me a job? I'm like, yeah, I can get you a job, right? So I went online and like Googled like how to work at Red Bull. And I was like, let's go. Oh, they're having interviews. Like, let's go. So I interviewed like with her, but I pretended like I was like helping her out. And I actually got the job and she didn't. And I started working for Red Bull. Yeah,
That
I
is
know this is like a
amazing.
crazy story. But I was like deep down in my lie, like that I had to like live it out. You know what I
Listen,
mean?
that is the definition of faking it till you make it.
Totally,
Like-
but I was like trying to be like this cool, like I had a dope job, like to all my friends in Oklahoma, like when I lived in Vegas, and like I got like got caught in my lie,
Yeah.
and I just like made it happen. So anyway, I go to this interview, get the job, I start working at Red Bull, and that's kind of like where I've met a huge network.
course.
Like working for Red Bull
Yeah.
is like insane.
You're doing all the events,
Yeah.
going everything.
The motocross. I met some of like my best friends. I'm still best friends with to this day.
Wow.
From that job, yeah.
Really?
But I mean, that's like how I built my life in Vegas. is
Yeah,
From
so-
that, from my life.
From that precious little
All
life.
from lies.
So now, from Red Bull, working with them, you obviously didn't work with Red Bull the entire time you lived in Vegas. So
Oh, I got fired real quick.
short-lived.
Short-lived, but
So
also a funny story.
where did you end up working after working with Red Bull?
I've had, oh my God, multiple jobs. It was bartending, cocktailing, totally wrapped up in the industry in Vegas because
Yeah.
good money. You know
Hell
what I mean?
yeah. And for
All
a
my
gorgeous
friends did
young
it.
woman, that's
Yeah, and I met a guy who was in the car industry, and I got into the car industry real young. I think I was like, 24?
Mm-hmm.
And started brokering exotic cars.
Okay.
And opened up my business brokering exotic cars and entered a huge car community from that as well. So,
Okay. That's another fun fact that I'm sure a lot of people had no clue and didn't realize. That's awesome. So Jen and I actually, what was it, like 3 weeks ago, I think now?
yeah.
Maybe 4?
Right before Thanksgiving.
Yes, right before Thanksgiving, we did a car rally.
Yeah.
My first time, it was Jen's like 11th one, but our first time with this company specifically, and hands down, the coolest experience of my entire life, I'm pretty sure. Like
was a big
definitely
rally, but yeah.
in the top like 3, top 5 experiences.
Yeah.
That was unreal. Like,
But the networking I told you is
oh,
like amazing.
no, we met so many
I
people.
love going to network.
It was unbelievable. The coolest thing, so much fun. I've never seen a more impressive execution of a police escort.
Yeah.
We were escorted all the way from
The Fountain Blue.
Fontainebleau in Miami, in South Beach,
to Isla Mirada.
all the way down to Isla Mirada, which is
In the Keys.
In the Keys.
Yeah.
And we literally were stopped on the turnpike. Out of the cars. Everybody. There's like 75 of us. Cars. And then there's more
so
people
much
in the
fun.
cars. And we're stopped. Dead stop. And we are out of our cars everyone's taking pictures.
On the highway.
On the fucking highway.
In Miami, which you know is like always
A
backed
shit
up,
show.
congested.
An absolute fucking circus.
And the cops are just like, let them do their thing.
And then we're ripping like 105, 115. And the
105.
state troopers are like, yeah, go ahead. Just carry on. Keep it going. Like waving us. Like the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. It was amazing. I can't wait. I literally told her, I was like, we're doing this every fucking weekend.
I know. I love it.
CC the rally bitch. I'm doing it. I love it. I love it. I cannot wait for the next one.
It's so amazing.
So much fun.
Such a thrill, yeah.
So I'm super glad that it was a very last minute decision to do also. Literally, we did this 2 days before execution. So like very short notice.
Yeah.
But we just pulled the trigger. We were like, fuck it, let's do it. And I'm so glad that we just pulled the trigger and did it.
Yeah, that's like
Awesome
literally
experience.
my favorite shit in the world to do.
It was so much fun. I can't wait for the next one. All right. So car community, exotic cars. So then
In the Vegas scene.
in the Vegas scene, and your son is how old at this point once you started working with
He was like
in the industry?
5. Yeah, he was like 5 by then.
Okay. And so your next relationship that you, after the car guy, right? The guy that you
Yeah,
met-
we dated. It wasn't anything like crazy, but we dated a little bit. He got me into that whole world.
Right.
And which I loved and I was already into, but
Yeah.
he like accelerated it.
Sure.
And then that's when I met my ex, Ronnie. And
So how did you meet Ronnie?
how did we meet? We
Not the giggles. Not the giggles.
Oh God. No, the first time I ever saw him, we were at Wet Republic, Memorial Day weekend. It's like chaotic.
So were you working or were
No,
you
I was just out.
Out.
I was
Okay.
out. I was with a couple of my girlfriends. And my
Memorial Day weekend's my birthday weekend.
I hate Memorial Day weekend.
Hey. Well, I gave you a new reason to
mean,
love it. It's
I mean,
always my
not
birthday.
Because, not because it's Memorial Day weekend. I just hate it like in Vegas.
No, it's
Or like
it
being
is
out.
first of all hotter than Hades over there during that time. Ooh, cannot function.
Yeah.
But no, it's an absolute circus
It's a
there.
circus.
Absolute
And
circus.
we were in the biggest circus
Of them all.
area you could be in Wet Republic. And my girlfriend, she's from New York. She was with me and she goes, "Oh my God, Jen, that's Ronnie from Jersey Shore over there." And I'm like, "What? Where?" And I never watched the show because I'm from like West Coast, like East Coast, like they're all East Coast. Like I watched like Kardashians and shit. I didn't watch Jersey Shore, but I know obviously we knew of it.
Sure.
And I was like, "Oh my God, annoying." And she's like, "I have to get a picture." And then we all have like a picture with him from
Stop.
the first day that we met. Yeah, she had it.
Insert
And
picture
it's
here.
like
We
me on
need
the
to see
side.
this.
I know. I don't have to have it. It's somewhere.
We're gonna need
And I'm like
that.
on the side. I didn't even like want to be in the picture. I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was the first time we met. And then I was fucking out again. Like me and my friends were like bored and we're like, let's just go out. Randomly went out to another club, Access, like night swim.
Yep, I've been there.
I was in the bathroom. We didn't have a table. We were just like aimlessly walking around.
Sure.
Like we're local. We just do that.
Yeah.
Aimlessly walking around. I'm in the bathroom. This girl goes, "Hey, do you girls want to come to my friend's table?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not? Let's go. Let's
Yeah, fuck it.
whatever. Let's have a drink." Like that's exactly like what we're out doing.
Yeah.
I walk over. It's fucking Ronnie. I'm like, okay. It's his fucking table, right?
So was this on
like-
the inside or the outside?
We're on the
Of
outside, but it's
Outside,
just
yeah.
him and his friend Nitro, which I'm actually really good friends with. We work with in the real estate. Like, long story short. Anyway, it's him and Nitro.
Okay.
in the cabana by themselves. I'm like, oh God, it's fucking.
So
him
you
again.
knew Nitro before?
No, I didn't. This
You
is
knew
how-
him through.
Yeah, we're good
Okay,
friends
got
now.
it.
Yeah.
You're good friends. I see.
But so there's fucking.
It's literally just two of them, and then
just two of them, and then the girl brought us over. I don't even know where she went. If she stayed, I don't fucking remember. That night, like we were off our rockers, like lit that night. Anyway, him and I hung out. We had like the greatest time. I was supposed to meet him back at his hotel room, and I totally stood him up, ghosted him, ghosted his ass, got his number, ghosted his ass, and texted here and there. Never met up with him again, and then
So now was he living out in Vegas at this
no,
time?
he was just partying.
He was just there
It's probably like
visiting.
another Memorial Day weekend, like down the road. But and then another really good friend of mine that I met on a car rally.
Mm-hmm.
I was in LA. I just went through another breakup. I was in LA, and he goes, "Hey, let's go to my friend. My friend has like an appearance tonight, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to come? Didn't say who. And lo and behold, it's fucking Ronnie again. Yeah, it's fucking him again. And I'm like,
lo and behold.
we see each other. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like literally, like,
awkward.
I know. I'm just like, we kept running into each other, like all these different
Yeah.
places. So we hung out that night.
And now, so how much time had passed from the ghosting?
Maybe like a year, but we had like texted.
A whole ass year?
Yeah, but we had texted like back and forth like a lot.
Okay.
But I was interested, not really interested.
Sure.
He lived in California at the time. I lived in Vegas.
Okay.
I was gonna see him, set him up again. Yeah.
The fucking stand-up queen
I know,
over
stand-up
here.
queen. Yeah. But anyway, that night is how everything started. So met up with him in Hollywood. What's that fucking club in Hollywood?
Like California? Hollywood,
Like
California?
anyway,
or
who
Planet
cares?
Hollywood.
No, there's like this club out there. I forgot the fucking name of it. But anyway, we were there.
I'm not a Cali bitch. I don't know. I know San Diego a little bit. That's about it.
Yeah.
I've never really been out in LA at
Oh
all.
my God, I just remembered something of the story that I totally forgot. I actually flew out. The whole reason why I went to California,
Okay.
because I
To go meet someone else?
to meet somebody
Stop!
else. To meet somebody else. And I was gonna stay with him in a room, and I had dropped my luggage in the room, and he had to go like do some work shit. And my luggage was there, and I went out partying with my other friend, and that was when he was like, "Hey, let's go meet up with Ronnie." And I met up with Ronnie, and I hung out with him all fucking night. We went back to his room, just hanging out, drinking,
Yeah.
partying. And I was like, "Oh my God, I have my shit at this guy's room," and he was like, "Go get it." And I like somehow
So
got my
Ronnie
shit.
tells you to go get your shit.
We went and got my shit and like,
From the other guy's
this
room.
fucking guy, and like brought it back, and then like we were like literally inseparable since then. He like flew to Vegas and like never fucking left after that. But
Okay, so
that was like our official.
official, we
Yeah.
actually decided to not stand him up for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, inseparable, did he ever take you officially on like your first date or was it just kind
I'm
of
sure. Yeah. I think we went on like a vacation like right away. Puerto Vallarta maybe. I think maybe that was our first vacation. California. Like we went like right away. Like we went a lot of places.
Okay. So now, while you guys are talking, are you right away thrown onto the TV show?
No. So, I didn't really ask him a lot of questions about the show. I didn't really care.
I know. Yeah,
I didn't know
could,
he was like filming.
not your
I didn't
vibe.
want to act like I was like interested because I wasn't. Like I genuinely liked him I told him I was like, you're like me, but like a man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He was just like
100%, yeah.
wild. It was fun.
Yeah.
Like we went out a lot. We were partying a lot like then.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
for sure.
So, anyway, so he moved to Vegas.
Okay.
He lived in California. He moved to Vegas, and it was funny because like we joked like the first few times, like first couple weeks we're hanging out. We're like, I was like, you're not gonna get me pregnant. You know what I mean? Like literally,
Not
I was
you
like, I'm not on birth
manifesting.
control. Here we go.
Like
not manifesting.
But no,
I
like
was
that's what it is. Not that you intentionally meant, but like you spoke it into the universe or whatever the bullshit.
no, I know, but like one of
crazy.
the first like during the first month we were together, I was like, if we have a baby, we're naming her Ariana. And he goes, Ariana, I like Ariana. No, literally, he was like Ariana. He's like, that's her name, and we like agreed like right away.
Wow.
How crazy, right?
That is crazy.
I know. And
Aw,
then now
precious.
we have Ariana.
Okay.
Fast forward.
So, how long were you talking
Before I got pregnant.
before you got pregnant with
8
Ariana?
months.
You got pregnant after 8 months.
Yeah. Wow. 8 months.
That was
It was quick.
that's quick. Yeah.
But we always said like he knew I was on birth control. I knew I was on birth control.
Yeah.
We weren't not trying. And we kind of like talked about it,
Yeah.
you know. I was like, I mean, at this time Mason was like 10 or 11.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
was pretty old. Like
Yeah,
he was
'cause
older.
she's-
Yeah, because I had him super young. I was like
Yeah.
31 when I had Ariana, and 19 when I had Mason. So
Right.
there's a huge gap in between
Yeah.
them. And Ronnie's like, if you're pregnant, you're pregnant. And it was like a dice shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So 8 months later, I did get pregnant.
So, now I need to know,
Yeah.
how did you break the news to Ronnie? Like, how did you tell him? How did he find out? How did you find? Like, what made you even like take a test? Like, I need to know it all. What happened?
So we always had a joke. So the guy Nitro I told you about, right?
Yes.
He always made a joke also. He was rock, paper, pregnant. That's what he would always say. rock, paper, pregnant, because we were just kind of like rolling the dice. You know what I mean? Like if we got pregnant, we got pregnant. And so that was like a joke between all of us. And so I actually got fucking pregnant. I took a pregnancy test and I gave him 3 boxes. And the 3 like blue boxes, right? I think they're maybe, I don't know, fucking know. They're boxes, whatever. And the first one he opened, I was like, here, I want to give you some gifts. The first one he opened had a rock in it.
Paper. Oh my God.
The second one had a piece of paper. And then the third one, I was like, tell me you're going to guess this. He literally had no clue.
It was just went right over his head.
Went over his head. He's like, what the fuck is this? The second one had a piece of paper in it, right? And then the third one had the pregnancy test.
That's hilarious.
I know.
So clever. You're very clever.
It was so cute.
Super cute.
And we
Did
had
it click after you tell, like, you, or was he still like,
no, he didn't fucking get it until he opened the goddamn pregnancy test. But yeah, that was it. And we had it on video. My friend Tammy took it at the time, and we had it because she was there. And I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but it was cute.
Oh, that's funny. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, at what point are you on the show at this point?
No, the show's not even like brought up. I think I'm like 6-7 weeks pregnant at this point. Like I'm just pregnant.
Okay.
And the show's not even talked about. They haven't filmed in, I think he said 10 years or something. Maybe it's been that long. I don't fucking know. No, it couldn't have been that long. Maybe it was like, I don't know.
It was during their hiatus.
It was a huge gap of time that they hadn't filmed.
Right.
And there was like no talks about it or anything. Okay. So fast forward, we're building a life together in Vegas.
Sure.
Getting a house together. We're actually building a house, like having one built.
Sure. New construction.
Yeah, for us and our baby. And I'm 7 or 8 months pregnant, and he gets a call from the producers of Jersey Shore, and they want to start filming. And I'm like, okay, great. That's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm happy for him. I'm happy he's getting like his show back, everything. And man, our fucking relationship went downhill.
So
from that point,
everything was good, copacetic.
Yeah. And then the MTV came in our life, and I felt like I've said this before, I was like, it ruined our relationship. That whole thing. Yeah. So
I mean, not necessarily surprised, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So they asked him back, and then how did the discussion of including you into the mix take place? Did he have to ask you? Did they come to you, the producers?
No,
how did that work?
It wasn't about me at all. I mean, obviously, it's about him,
Right.
and I'm just an extension of his life. I'm a part of his life, so that's where I came in. So they're just filming his life, and all of a sudden, it's a baby mama. It's a girl pregnant, and they're like, okay, this is good. You know what I mean?
So, like, that's, I guess my question then would be, did you know anything about it in the sense that, okay, so I'm going to be on, like when he sat and talked to you and said, I just got the call from the producers, did he say that means you're going to be on TV
so
too? Or they spoke to you who kind of addressed
honestly, I don't really remember how it all went down. It was like literally 7.5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been
a hot minute. It's like 7 years ago. I don't remember exactly how it all went down, but I do remember them coming to the house. I remember the first time filming and then miking me up and everything, and kind of giving me a rundown of what to do, but just to be natural, the whole thing. You know what I mean? Be natural, but not natural. You know.
Be natural, but
And
stand
him,
just
like-
like this, and don't move your head to the left, and make sure you hold this
Literally.
glass at this degree angle.
I know.
Well,
The whole shebang.
so
Cameras there.
now this is always the hot topic and a hot take, and conspiracy with reality TV is always the question of, is it scripted? So that's where I'm assuming that it's them saying, like, we're not giving you a script, but talk about this.
Yeah.
Is that kind of that's how I imagine it to be.
Definitely not scripted. It wasn't scripted, but they do kind of direct you a little, I would say, in some sense. But like they would be like, hey, I want you to call
So-and-so.
so and so. Let's film him doing a phone call. And then they'll be like, can you come in? And be like, hey, like for instance, I
talking
think
to?
the first episode I did, I I was pregnant, and they wanted us to do like a maternity shoot. And it wasn't my real maternity shoot, but they wanted us to do one. And it ended up being the only freaking one that we did. But it was so embarrassing. Like, literally, I was trying to like Google shit off the internet. And there's like one of like him. You can find this off the internet. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
It's like him, like picture the wall. There's like a split in the wall.
Okay.
And it's my belly and like his head like poking out. So it's like my body
Stop
with
it.
his head.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like
I can't. So one of my favorite activities, fun fact, is to find the funniest, weirdest, strangest, most comical maternity shoot.
look mine up
photo
right
shoot.
now. You have to find this one.
I think I found the one that you're talking
Are you
about.
kidding? Because it's like.
It's actually wait. It's what I think. Yeah, no.
Can
this
you
is
put it up
yeah,
on the screen?
I'm gonna put it up on the
Okay,
screen.
because let's talk about it. Yes, stop. That's it. But you don't see my stomach.
I'm
I can't.
done.
So
I'm
this is
done.
part.
How
Okay,
funny.
so this is what I'm talking about. So we were filming, right?
This literally looks
on, let me
like
see if
a
I-
Yeah.
horror film.
Is there
So this
another one
is-
with your stomach in it?
I mean, it's
Oh, yeah,
supposed to
I
be.
got it,
It's my
I got it.
maternity photo.
I got another one.
This is so funny.
Yeah,
Here.
I know. So this was the first episode that I filmed. Yes, that's it.
So
And
it
I
looks
was
like
only
it's
like-
his head
Yes, on my body.
on your butt. I'm done.
We
Whose
got
idea was
roasted.
this?
It was
Whose-
mine because I was Googling shit on the internet. 'cause
Wait,
they-
so this was
they
supposed to be
sprung
funny.
it on me. Listen, they woke me up out of bed. I didn't even know I was filming that day. This is what I'm saying. They woke me up. They're like, "Hey, you guys are gonna do a maternity shoot today." I'm like, "Okay."
I would have punched him right in the mouth. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, literally out of bed.
Like, what? No, not
So I was
happening.
Googling shit, and I like funny shit. I think I like to laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So I saw another person do it. It came out way better than ours. And that's how ours came out. But we got roasted so fucking hard because they.
Stop.
I'm dying. I'm not even that pregnant there, so it just kind of looks like I'm fat.
This is too good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
At least he was down for the jokes.
I
He was here
know,
for it.
totally. He was totally down.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So,
All right. Well,
anyway.
on that note, we are going to say thank you to our sponsor for today's episode.
Yes.
And our official sponsor is Italiano Italian Bakery right here in East Boca Raton. Authentic, genuine products, everything imported from Italy, right up my alley. The owners, Fabio and his wife, Maida, are the most wonderful human beings. I cannot wait for their grand opening. You're going to be coming. I think you'll still be in town. And it is grand opening December 20th. I lied. Grand opening December 17th, 6 p.m., right here in Boca Raton. I'm so excited. They are the most wonderful human beings. And their food, their coffee, our Prosecco this evening is brought to you by, cheers, salute, the one and only Italiano Italian Bakery. Now, bringing it back, circling back.
Yes. Which we never officially cheers to. Cheers. It's your first episode.
Thanks, boo.
I know.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of this. This is
love
very
it.
exciting. Now, so you take your pregnancy, maternity shoot. They drop this bomb on you.
Yeah, they dropped a bomb on me.
But
The
you're
most embarrassing photos.
But you're cool. Like the fact that you are down to do. I know so many people that would be like, absolutely not. Like no. Like I need time. I need to get this done. This done. I'm like no.
No, I didn't give a shit back then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't care. But a lot of things, this was, for one, my first episode that I filmed with them, my first time filming with them.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yeah. Okay.
And these air way later. Like, I mean,
How
I think
late?
I had the baby. Like, yeah, it was right after, I mean, like, literally 9 months later. So I
Wow.
didn't understand how they were going to,
How they were rolling
edit
everything out.
and, like, make
Sure.
everything look, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was something I learned later on in the game, which I
Hindsight.
was like, fuck you guys, I'm not filming anymore. You know what I mean?
Well,
Kinda
so
thing.
now, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Do tell. So you mentioned you didn't know how they were going to edit and what happened. So how you just said that is giving the
I mean, there's so
vibes of,
many
like-
stories in between that got me to that point. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that hit the fan that, to the point where I was like, fuck you guys. You know what I mean?
So the producers
But-
essentially, and
No, they were super cool, super awesome in the beginning. They made us look really good, which we were.
Yeah,
We were really
yeah,
good in
sure.
in the beginning. And I don't know what switched, but maybe they didn't have enough drama.
I was gonna say the plot.
Yeah, the plot,
Literally,
the
like,
fucking plot.
The plot. Honestly, that to me, that's what makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing that when I said that it ruined our relationship. So he went away when I was about. I think that picture when we first started filming, I was like 5 months
Okay.
pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
He went away to film in Miami for a month straight, and I think I was 7 or 8 months at that point.
And you didn't go to visit.
I did visit,
You did?
yeah. So I
Okay.
did visit, but in that time they were filming. I could barely talk to him. This was all a new experience for me, and I'm
course.
pregnant at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Again, in Vegas, alone.
so, while he's in Miami,
Like it's
And
it's
I-
history kind of repeating itself at this point. You've been through a similar experience in a way that
Yeah.
your first husband,
Mm-hmm.
he was in the military and he was away and you were pregnant. You gave birth, so it's like
yeah.
same,
So I'm just like,
just
whatever.
different.
I got this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
been there, done that.
Yeah.
Got the T-shirt. I'm selling the fucking T-shirt now.
round two, yeah.
Got this.
No, but I literally completely trusted him. I was so comfortable and secure in our relationship on where we were. I did not give a shit. I didn't have any contact with him. I knew he was in Miami partying. I knew he was filming. I was like, there's no fucking way he's going to do anything. You know what I'm saying? I was
mean,
like,
you got
we're
cameras
good.
following you around, so like
Even with that, I felt so
You just felt
comfortable.
good, yeah.
I felt like we were in such a
good
great place.
Yeah.
But then I started hearing shit. You know what I mean? Like I started hearing people like rumors, like hey, like when they were filming,
Sure.
other people would see them filming out.
And so
And taking
stuff online or
videos.
sending.
So I started seeing shit like, oh, he was like dancing with some girl at the club. I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? And then I heard that like they were holding hands, and then I heard they kissed. Yeah. So while I'm 7, 8 months pregnant at home, so like my wheels are turning, but I'm still like, you know, I don't think
Yeah.
anything's like.
You're taking it with a grain of salt
Yeah.
at this point. But the seed has been planted, and you
planted,
can't
yeah.
unplant the seed at this
Yeah.
point. It's like it's lingering. It's the whispers in the ear that are just. I see you. Yeah. Okay. So he gets back from Miami from filming.
I actually go down there.
She goes, bitch. I pulled up.
I rode
I
up.
pulled up.
Yeah, so we fucking go down there. Me and my 2 best friends. We actually go down there. They all know that I'm coming though.
Okay. So producers, everybody knows.
Everybody
Like, it's
knows
not
we're all coming.
surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they invited me out. I go down there.
Okay.
This is when I meet the whole cast.
First time.
First time meeting everybody. And everybody's like, my friend's like, are you fucking nervous? I'm like, no, I roll up in fucking flip-flops, bitch. Like, how embarrassing. Because the first shot is like my feet walking in fucking like a literal like thong flip-flops. I'm not even kidding. And then it like rolls up to my belly. It's total Oklahoma shit.
It's
like I
giving
look like I'm
Oklahoma.
walking up to the trailer park instead of like this mansion on the beach in my
That's amazing.
yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, you got me. You got me by
Okay.
a little
So
bit.
you walk in. So now,
walk in.
what was that scene that when you're walking in? What was your energy? Were you pissed coming in?
No,
Were
I
you,
wasn't mad at all. I was happy.
You were happy to be
I
there,
was happy
meeting
to
everybody?
see him. I was happy to see everybody. I was happy to finally meet the crew.
Yeah.
I wasn't like starstruck or anything because I didn't watch the show. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like I was like a diehard Jersey Shore fan.
Yeah.
I just saw these as like his castmates. Like this is his job. Like I was just happy. You know, like that's how
Normal,
It's,
yeah, it's
and
not a
everybody
big
was
deal.
so fucking nice to me. Everybody was cool.
That's awesome.
We all had dinner. We got to know each other.
Did they film that?
Yeah.
They-
Yeah.
Did that air?
It did. Yeah.
Okay.
It was all aired. We had, I think there was like 2 or 3 episodes out of the. I don't know. Who fucking knows? But another night, I stayed the night with him. I was able to stay the night with him at the house.
Okay.
And then we go out to Club 11,
Oh.
while I'm 8 months pregnant.
Zoom in, if you
Yeah.
will. Not.
Wait, you still have this fucking stamp?
This was literally.
Girl, go home.
This
take
shit
a
don't
shower.
come off. It don't come
Yeah,
off.
go take a shower. I'm just
It
kidding.
don't come off. They don't come off. But this was
Yeah.
Club 11. Shout out. We love you.
Hey, 11. Sponsor us.
Sponsor us. We love you.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my God,
So
my
you go to
stories are too
11.
long. You're never going to be able to cover all this. Yeah, anyway, I'll try to make it quick. We go to 11. We go out. I'm like, it's too smoky in here for me because I'm like super fucking pregnant. We go home, go to bed, and I think I like leave the next day
okay.
and fly home, say goodbye to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronnie comes home. We come home. He starts to do like tours for the what do you call it?
Meet and greets.
Meet and greets for like, they're promoting the show
premiere-
again.
yeah, right.
It's like the first Jersey Shore family
Reunion,
vacation coming back.
Yeah.
Coming back, whatever. So he fucking flies to London. And I'm like, do not fly to London. I'm like 2 weeks away from having the baby. I'm like, don't go. I'm like telling you, don't go. He goes. He flies to fucking London, literally hits the floor, hits the ground, and I'm in labor. It's April 1st. They all think I'm lying.
Oh my
It's like
God,
April Fool's Day.
Fool's.
Yeah, I go into labor on April Fool's Day, and I'm like, my water broke. And
You're like,
everybody
haha.
always like plays those jokes on April
Of
Fool's Day.
course.
Yeah, nobody fucking believed me. I'm like, yo, my water fucking broke.
It's like,
You need to get your ass
FaceTime,
back.
I swear to
Yeah.
God, she's putting it on.
Yeah,
Like, hello.
Like Nicole called me. She's like, wait, are you joking? I was like, no, I'm serious. I'm like, fucking water broke.
my
Like,
God.
he's got to come home. Like, so he literally lands in London
has
and
to turn around.
flies fucking back, like
Oh
immediately, like
my
flies home.
God.
And I held that baby in, like you have no idea. Held her ass in. They're trying to speed up my labor. I was like, nope. He lands. His mother lands. They both meet at the airport. At the airport, and they're on the way to the hospital. He walks in the door. I'm like,
She's coming.
yeah, out. She's out. Like immediately, I held her
Wow.
in. For that time, we had the baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
I know.
I never knew that. That's wild.
Yeah. So here's when our relationship goes to shit.
And cue.
Just
shit
so we
show.
can get it on and over with. Get the story over with. 2 days later, after I have the baby, I had the baby April 2nd.
Okay.
I have Ariana
technically,
April 2nd.
right.
The premiere's April 4th. So
Oh my God.
while he was in Miami filming, obviously there was like all this shit about him cheating on me while he was in Miami.
And that's in the premiere episode?
In the fucking premiere. So we didn't watch it. So I wanted to have like a watch party. I'm like so supportive. Me and Ariana are wearing our Jersey Shore shirts.
Oh,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
no,
we're
you're
like,
it's premiere day. Let's
he's
go.
like, I don't want to watch it. Like throwing a fit about watching it. He's like, wait, I'm canceling cable. You know what I'm saying? Like literally like being so fucking dramatic. And I'm like, God, I think we went out to dinner. Like we didn't watch it. We didn't watch it. And I started getting all these texts. Hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? How are you doing? And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, and then he's like over here like sweating. You know what I mean? Like pacing,
acting funny,
not acting straight. Yeah. And there it is. And then I start getting the
premiere
clips.
episode.
Yeah. Yep.
2 days old.
2 days after I had my baby. 2 fucking days. And me, I don't put up with cheating. I don't play.
Ladies, gentlemen, pay attention. Pay attention.
Yeah.
That's fair. That is fair.
Did he not think you were gonna see it? I'm sorry. Did he not think
He
you were
knew,
gonna like?
he knew. I think he tried to mask it, obviously, but
Wow.
Yeah.
distracting. But I wanted to watch it. I was happy for him. Like this is like
Yeah.
His thing.
his
shtick,
thing.
yeah.
And I'm so supporting, and I'm just like, I was so happy for him to be back in it and be back into the show and
Yeah.
to have his career back, and
Okay, so now,
so I was pissed that I met everybody and everybody like knew, and they were all like,
but nobody told you, obviously. It was, and I mean, that is a tough place to be. While, yes, you met them,
well, they didn't know me either.
they didn't know you like that. It's not their place. That's their boy. That's your personal relationship. I can understand the uncomfortableness that they were put in, and not wanting to say so. I get it. I do. So now it premieres.
Yeah.
2 days later.
Yeah.
Now, you guys still though stay together because you end up.
We got into a fight. We got into a big fight over it. I don't remember. Honestly, it's kind of like a blur, that period.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like just having a baby. I really can't even tell you what happened to that period. I have to like go back. But I mean, shortly after they were filming at Planet Hollywood.
Well, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm trying to
And-
put it together because I remember that you guys filmed in Vegas together.
Yeah.
So
I haven't even thought about this. It's so funny and so long. But yeah, they all went to Planet Hollywood. I mean, this is
very shortly after the
yeah,
premiere.
but this is 9 months out. I mean,
right.
9 months out. No, not 9. Maybe 6 months after this. Actually, what he did had happened.
Right.
So I'm watching like back in the day for him.
Right.
You know, so he's like, I'm not like that anymore. Blah blah blah. He's like, it was an accident. And I think the show and filming again got him back into that old feeling environment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what he's used to, partying back in the day. You know, shit like that.
thrown
So I
right
think he
into
kind of
it.
like fell back into that bullshit. And I kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. And they started filming at Planet Hollywood again. And that was like our big breakup point. And we ended up getting back together after that, but we had a really big fallout.
While they were filming in Vegas.
Planet Hollywood, yeah.
In Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, that's when they started playing us dirty, the producers.
Mm.
They started really getting dirty with us. But yeah, let's dig up the dirt.
Let's just get on into it. Okay,
getting deep.
so how long did they film in Vegas this time around? Was it like
Back like a month, maybe?
Okay, so
I
it was
think
another.
yeah, at this point they were doing like 4, maybe a couple weeks.
So now, why did they? Was there a reason for them to be shooting in Vegas?
I don't think so. I think that they were just trying to find like locations. So
spot.
the point of the show was like family vacation. So they're doing like different
Big cities
Yeah.
and like cool
Yeah, they
places
were, like,
to visit. So
traveling.
like there wasn't like an incentive or like a reason
I
behind.
mean, probably.
I was gonna
There's
say like
probably
were
some
they being
sort of
strategic? Maybe.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, from me looking in, I mean, I didn't like dig or stick my nose into a lot of his
Yeah.
stuff.
Of
Like
course.
I let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't super nosy.
Yeah. I mean,
If he
you
had to film, he had to film. Like, you know,
right.
like, I
You
wasn't bothering him.
you weren't looking to be a cast member. You weren't looking
Yeah.
to be a part of it in that capacity. You weren't itching. When am I filming? Like you didn't.
No.
You weren't looking to be exposed or
Yeah.
your name in lights. To me,
I was just like, I'm here with you, and,
Right.
if you want me to film, I'll film. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I gathered that from
yeah,
you. It didn't seem from the very short episodes that I've seen. I didn't get that from you, and obviously editing and whatever goes on.
yeah.
You don't know what they're not showing and everything, but I didn't get that vibe from you, and I can definitely, I could definitely solidify, I guess is the word. Like I can definitely
Yeah.
vouch for the fact that you, after knowing you for as long as I've known you and everything I've seen of you, and I know you, and I know I could feel you genuinely, you just ain't that bitch. Like you're not that person. You really aren't. And I
Yeah.
know that a lot of people probably do not know that, do not agree, do not see that. They have assumed and put that on you that, oh, she's just in it for the clout and she just wants to be on
No,
TV.
girl, I mean, like, I'm trying to say, like, even sitting here with you right now, this is the first time I've talked about any of this
Ever.
in 7 years.
Yeah.
And imagine when it was hot.
Right.
Imagine like all the interviews I was
That's
asked
what I'm
to
saying.
do.
I
like, the
can't
fucking-
I can't believe that. Truly, like I am shocked.
I feel like enough times passed where I can
I
talk
agree.
about it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's my life. It's my story. I'm allowed to talk about my
course,
life.
of
I'm not
course.
trying to sit here and talk about him, but he
No.
was part of my life. We have a
Absolutely.
kid together. You know what I'm saying?
and today you guys have
Yeah.
a good co-parenting
Yeah.
relationship, right? Everything's
of course, yeah,
copacetic and,
everything's so good. Yeah,
like when
co-parenting.
yeah.
I mean, we literally need hours and hours and hours to go over our fucking relationship. But I mean, from the beginning to start, like we were good. We weren't fucking good. Like we weren't good at all. Like really, really bad.
Yeah.
And then now we're at a good place where we're co-parenting with our daughter. We both live in the same city. It's amazing. So
and
it
that's
took
all
a
you
lot of
can ask
work.
for.
Yeah.
And a lot of, and I think that Ronnie also deserves a lot of grace
Oh, for sure.
at this point because
We
he's
both do. We've both done so much therapy.
that's
and
amazing.
yeah.
Oh, I have goosebumps.
I know. But I mean, like, we've been through some shit. Like, I mean, I can't even get into it, but if I did, you guys would be like, oh shit, that's like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But it's just a testament to who you are and your character that you could have gone on a rampage
I did
and
go on a rampage.
I mean, you could have gone on a rampage and
Stayed on a rampage, yeah.
and talked, but like gone
Went on
out
like a few year rampage.
about like talking.
Have you heard of rampage?
Rampage, I'm done. Went on a rampage. Stop. Are we gonna trademark that now?
Yeah.
That's good. But like, you could have gone out and spoken and interviewed and talked trash and, you know, told, you know, the worst and said the worst and, you know, disparaged his name and, you know, drag it through the mud, and you didn't.
Oh, we've had some Instagram fights, but
Instagram is
I mean,
clownery.
yeah. I mean, no, we were fucking embarrassing. Like when we were, I'm not even gonna lie. Like him and I were so embarrassing. Like
because
when
there
we
was
were
so much
splitting
feelings and hurt. And
Yeah.
like, I get it. I do.
And we were posting shots. You know, like
okay.
fired at each other. Like, I mean, if you guys know and you guys have been watching and following our Instagram pages, you know the fights we've got Instagram Live. Like it's
On Instagram Live.
Oh, it was bad. It was bad. This is like this is a long time ago, guys. But I mean, we were fucking wild. We were bad.
Wait, would you go on live together and fight online?
Oh, I would get mad at him, and this would trigger him. And I knew this is a toxic trait that I did, but it would trigger him. So I pretend like I was like recording him, right? But sometimes I wouldn't. But this time I actually would, and it would trigger him. So I would record him, and this time I was on live because I was like, oh, let's show you spiraling on live, right? And so. And then we get into like a brawl, like on live. Like
Oh my
he's
goodness.
Googling. He's over here like, he's like, here it is.
Benny's like, hold on, what?
No, it's not funny. It was like,
Wow.
It was bad.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
You guys you were in the thick of it.
thick, but we were. I mean, we had just had Ariana.
There's
there's
hormones,
so
alcohol, whatever. Like it's chaotic and a lot of feelings and hurt
But
and everything.
we've grown from that.
Significantly, honestly, like I can attest to the fact that
That's not us anymore. Either one of us. Yeah.
yeah, you guys have surely grown, changed. You just were telling me today how amazing he is as a father and how you are like so grateful and happy that you feel safe, because that's, to me, that's the most important thing, is that you feel comfortable and safe when you don't have your daughter.
Yeah.
And she's in his, you can rest your head and feel absolutely safe, comfortable.
He's never not
a
shown up
worry.
for her. Yeah.
And that is what I said today is the biggest thing that I commend him beyond, because that's my father as well. And a father-daughter relationship is very, very important. It's crucial.
Same.
And so to see that for him is so wonderful, and it has to feel good for you to see how far you've come.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
I'm sure that it's been a concern for your daughter to one day see or hear or know these.
I'm just glad she's not going to see or hear it in person. You know, like,
Exactly.
you know, the
Yes.
toxicness.
Yep.
So she's going to dismiss all that. But I mean, eventually I'm sure she's going to see it, you know.
Yeah, well, and at the end of the day,
But-
she's going to see. She might see or hear or know, but
she's in a good place. She's happy.
Yeah.
She's thriving.
but
like,
she's
literally.
not going to recognize those two people.
Yeah.
She's literally going to be like, I don't know them. Like, those aren't my parents. Like, I don't know that version of you. And the parenting that you guys are providing for her is going to 100% show her that people grow, they change, and you were a catalyst for that. And so that's such a
I'm proud of
beautiful
it.
thing.
Yeah.
You should be.
I am
Both
proud
of
of
you
it.
should be,
Yeah.
because it is hard to have children, period, to parent in general with a good relationship. Then you add a reality TV show into the mix. Then you add partying in Vegas and Miami and chaos. Like, it's like the cards were stacked against you, honey.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It
It's a
was
lot going on. It's
It was
hard
a
to
lot.
do it.
It was a lot
in general.
That
So-
was like the craziest time of my life for sure. And then, I mean, after we had finally split up, I mean, there was a lot of factors in between.
Yeah.
And he had gotten another relationship. I've been in another relationship.
Yeah.
He's been engaged. I had another baby after him, you know?
Baby
So,
number
yeah.
3.
Baby number
Lucky
3.
number 3.
I had another baby Jaden, which is my pride and joy right now.
Yes,
oh my God, I love
Jaden is
him.
so
Yeah.
precious. Oh, honestly, I don't think I've met Mason in
You haven't
person.
met Mason, but you will. He's going to be here.
Yeah, I don't think, because it was his birthday when I when I was out in Vegas and I brought my dog over.
Sachi, yeah.
Yeah.
He babysit
R.I.P.
Sachi.
Pour one out for Sach. To Sach.
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 Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mason,
It was his birthday, but I don't think he was there yet.
he was probably in his room.
Yeah, I don't think he was there yet.
Yeah.
But no, I know I gave little Miss Ariana her first haircut. She loves my dog Luciano. My dog Luciano loves her. And Jaden as well. I've met Jaden.
How crazy is it that I have 3 kids? 18, 6, and 1. It's wild. Yeah, wild. Jinx.
Wild.
I know.
Amazing, beautiful. Like, God
I know.
bless. Like,
I know.
That's you, a woman of many trades.
I'm
and
literally so Mason's going to college next year.
Do you know
He's
where?
a senior in high school. He's going to college.
Does he have an idea of where he wants to
I'm
go?
like, please come to Miami. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
like, he doesn't want to. He wants to go to like Oregon or something crazy. Like he wants. He's like, it's beautiful. It's like the landscape. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, he's like,
I mean, Oregon. If he's looking at like Oregon, that school,
Like Oregon.
like that school specifically, like Oregon State, like that's a good school.
yeah, he wants to go there. So I mean, he's got a full scholarship. He can go wherever the hell he wants. But
he has one
Yeah. Full
already
school.
done.
Yep, through his dad.
What?
Yeah, through the
Oh,
military and everything. Yeah, so they.
God bless our troops.
But anyway,
baby.
still either way, he made like straight A's like all through. A's, B's. He was a great student. So was Ariana. I'm like, where did these come from? Yeah.
How did this happen?
Ariana's honor roll student, but I have a senior in high school, a first grader, and then a 1-year-old. Literally walking, just started walking.
Oh, little
So
nugget.
crazy, yeah. It's
He's
like
so precious.
I know.
He's literally the most smiley, happy, like little squish.
Beautiful baby.
He's
Beautiful.
so squishy. He's
Yeah.
so precious. I love him. Oh, sometimes she has to bring the kids when I'm doing her hair.
Yeah.
So, so I get to love on them. Luciano
Fun
gets
time.
to love on them, my dog, and it's always a good time. And I know Ariana, she does cheerleading.
Oh yeah.
Girl
yes.
after my own heart.
Yeah.
She is so cute. Didn't you guys just have her first competition?
Yeah. So it was actually showcase. So she's with Top Gun.
Big time.
She was a Top Gun cheer, and they just did their first showcase. So the next one's their first competition. So CICI, she should cheer for Miami Dolphins.
Yes, ma'am.
And of course, I'm already trying to get Ariana in the field. And
I
so
told her
next year,
yeah.
she can do the summer camp.
Exactly.
She'll be 7.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think I sent you the information or whatever because they have the
So mark my
little
words, Ariana's gonna be cheering for Miami Dolphins. Watch.
Say less. I'll train her up.
Yeah.
I'll tell her, give her all the inside scoop,
I
what she
know.
needs to know, and give her a little nudge into
like-
it. But yeah, no, I loved it. I also grew up doing the competition cheer.
So did I.
And-
Actually, did All Star.
I did also too. So growing up, was everything. And
Yeah.
whenever we would go to competitions and Top Gun was there, we were like,
I actually told my coaches that the other day.
That I
Oh, no,
said
my
that?
coaches, Ariana's coaches. Yeah, I was telling my coaches that
cheer
Ariana's.
mom,
Yeah,
cheer mom.
yeah, like
in full
literally.
effect.
I
Do
was
you have
like,
the
I was
shirt,
telling
cheer
him
mom?
about you. Yeah, I do.
Were you?
Ron says cheer father or something like the Godfather, but cheer father.
That's cute.
And it's like in the
That's
logo.
cute.
Yeah, I loved it. I was like,
That's
oh my god, that's great. I love it.
That's funny. Oh, so you told them that. What did you? You said that you were.
Oh
telling
yeah, literally. I told him I was like, oh, my best friend CICI. She was cheered for the Miami Dolphins, and I was like, she used to say when they used to go to competition, they'd be like, couldn't wait to watch Top
Starstruck.
Gun.
No, we were
yeah,
starstruck.
even
Best
if
of the
like
best.
they're competing against them. Yeah,
Best of the best. Most impressive.
shout out Top Gun.
Shout out Top Gun. Well, I'll definitely come through when she's got her competition. You let me know. I will be there.
Next
I
one's
will,
in Fort Lauderdale. Come,
when?
like soon, like
I'm coming.
weeks. Yeah.
No, I literally will be there. I'm so excited. I'm gonna bring my pom-poms, and they match.
Wear your outfit. Just do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm dead. All right, guys. So that's all we have for today.
Yeah.
Jen, thank you again so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
This was a lot
I'm
of fun.
so proud of you, and congratulations on your first episode.
Thank you. And
Many more to come.
Definitely. And what do you think? Will you be back?
I'll definitely be back.
We ain't done yet, Pookie.
We ain't done.
We ain't done yet.
I'm just kidding.
All right, so stay tuned for part 2. And now, make sure, don't forget, you like, subscribe, you share, you post, tell your mother, tell your father, tell everybody. And we will see you next time on CICI Unleashed. Salute.
Salute, baby.
Love you. Ciao, bye.